Hi everyone, and a warm welcome to something a little bit different. Today we are in the WarYes 2v2 tournament. I don't really do 2v2 casting, there's obviously a lot more going on, so this is a little bit of practice for me, so please do bear with me as well. So today we are with WarYes and Lynchy, playing as 2 Lakes 1 Cub, I believe, and over on the other side we have Bulba and Fart Jenkins playing as the Badmins. Bulba and Fart obviously being admins on the WarYes Discord server. Now the WarYes Discord server has over 1,700 people now on there engaging, so hopefully this video will get well over 1,000 views, and if it doesn't, it's Bulba's fault. Let's have a little look at what everyone is playing. So WarYes and Lynchy over at this side. WarYes playing as the 2nd Panzer Grenadiers and 1st Armoured for Lynchy. 1st Armoured obviously over here, you can see from the SAS patrols, getting up nice and, well, not too far actually, considering they're SAS patrols and they have full forward deployment. I'm surprised he isn't going for the main town itself. The Foxes here getting right up, now that's up close and personal to the enemy. Down here we've got Chieftain Command, which is going to the centre there. Chieftain Mark 11, which doesn't have a command yet. Some anti-air heading up that way, and a rocket chopper. And over at the other side, WarYes has a couple of squads down there of some Jaeger, some 7.2mm machine guns, Jaeger and everything getting right into this town. I mean, that's what I'd expect. I'd expect WarYes to be getting really far into this town and taking it. Command at the back there, going to those points, and that's that. Okay, lots of markers going down. We'll kind of ignore those for now. That's obviously messages to each other for the teams. Over here, who have we got here? We have Fart Jenkins, who is playing as the 4th Motsuchin, and Bulba is playing as the 39th. So, 4th Motsuchin, we do have some forward deployment stuff in choppers, effectively, your recon stuff. But they're not actually going that far. I mean, that's coming across that way, which is that chopper there. That's just a recon chopper. Not trying to get any infantry into the actual town, though. This is just all very much moving up into a defensive or watchful formation around the sides there. Here we have some FS Jaeger, Metis moving in, and they're going right into the city there, so they're getting up pretty close and personal. And down here we do have T-55, a Cub, and a Flame Tank, and again, we've got one thing coming back here, but the majority of it's going to the centre. Over this side for Bulba, one squad of recon, and again, not pushing Foxtrot at all. Getting fairly deep in here, though, with those Motrazvedka. And then all of this stuff here, lots of various infantry, Iglas. There is a T-80 BV there. Some more infantry. Basically, you've got all this infantry and stuff. It's all heading to the middle. Not very deep, though. So basically, what I'm seeing right now is Bulba and Fart are sacrificing both side points at the moment. They're putting everything they have into the centre. And Lynchy's kind of going mainly to the centre with a few things up here, like the Milan. And down here, obviously, WarYes gone pretty heavy into Echo, which we would expect anyway in any game. And then sort of getting in the middle here. A rocket attack jet coming in there and taking out one of those choppers straight away. Badly damaged. Those FS Spang Trooper. There is immediately a command coming in with the first purchase and Estrella. Where are they going? Just in here, and the Estrella's coming to the middle. Another command at this side. Obviously, early caps for WarYes and Lynchy. Getting that nice advantage in points. I mean, +7 right now. I mean, it's not going to last, but 6 minutes to the win. It's always nice to get that number up at the start. Gives you a bit of confidence, I think. Obviously, these Terrier Powers are going to get wrecked because they've got everything coming at them. Smattering of units here. The Chieftain is coming. This Chieftain is heading to the centre. Obviously, we're starting to see the neutralisation and cap of other points now. No one's really gone for Foxtrot, interestingly. Some attack choppers coming in here. Another Fox or two coming in there as well. The original 2 Foxes didn't seem to get very far. Looks like Bulba and Fart, their sort of effort to get in the centre has paid off quite well because they do seem to have the bigger force here. Obviously, I don't think the bottom point Echo is under a lot of threat at the moment from the red side. I. I think it's mainly going to be a defensive procedure here. Shilka coming in and heading to the center. I think the big fight is going to be over the middle. I don't see Bulba pushing for this point at the moment. There are more reinforcements coming in. He is bringing in something, ATGM, to go in there. But yeah, I think we're going to eventually see this capped by Berthags or Lynchy. BV here going up against the Chieftain. Chieftain gets a wonderful hit. Unfortunately, the turret has been struck, so will be damaged for 60 seconds. But that was a really good strike considering how close it was. It just did extra damage. Lots of cleaning up going on here. Really good push here from Jenkins. Leo 185 is coming in at the top there. Lots of reinforcements. Obviously, focus mainly on this now. Still +1 currently to Blue 4. Blue are bringing in another command and another Chieftain command. Where are these going? That one's going there. Where's that one off? Both of these commands are going there. Little bit of miscommunication between the teams, I think, because they both sent a command there. Boxers. That's still got its turret damaged. Really needs a rearm. Chieftain is being pulled out to that corner for safety's sake. Obviously, Lynchy's finally moved stuff up here, so a little bit more defensive in nature. Though, again, there's just nothing really going to push that way. There's a tank's going in the middle as well. I mean, it could be that Red 4 decide to push hard and go through this way into Charlie. That's a distinct possibility. I can get away with calling them Red 4 and Blue 4 because they're actually playing Pact and NATO respectively. But lots of skirmishing down here. I don't think there's enough there from Bulba to push through, but we'll keep doing damage. Loads of Fliegerforce coming in here. Lots of M48s heading to the center. I see 25 coming in here. Just flittering around the back, obviously looking for a kill in the command tank maybe. Supply finally in for that Chieftain. Oh, here it comes. Very nice. SC-25 got the command tank. Unsurprisingly. SC-25 takes a hit from the Eyehawk back there, but doesn't finish the job. The attack jet coming in. Going for those choppers. They do have AA though. Managed to actually do some damage. Jet is down. Not the most expensive jet to bring in, of course. Ooh, nasty hit on the MiG-29. That'll be out of service for a while. So everything neutralized now because obviously both side points are controlled by Blue 4. Some units coming in here now. Just a few more infantry squads and things. I mean, Jenkins could try and push in here. I think he'd struggle a little bit. There's a good amount of infantry in there. There's also plenty of air defense in there, realistically. To deal with choppers, bombers might be more of an issue. Up here, markers going down on stuff. I think that was marked on the Chieftain there, which has moved. Leopards coming in here, and Armada just clearing up bits and pieces. There's M48s coming in from this side. These infantry pushing right up. I mean, this is good control right now. Really good point control, but points aren't going anywhere. And right now, Blue 4 are winning because they've got the points in the bag. So, you know, the onus is on Red 4. They have to push. They have to progress. Slow going here, but actually making progress. Bulba's doing a really good job here. A couple of heavy tanks at the back there, obviously doing quite a lot of damage. Loads of jets coming in here. Rocket attack coming in along with 2 tornadoes. Again, going for these choppers. Plenty of AA there. Obviously, the more jets you bring in, the less likely one is to get shot down if they don't focus on it. That is very, very lucky. That is a very, very lucky tornado, considering how much was firing at it. Now, what they've just learned is there's no air defense down here, because those guys both flew over that area without getting shot at. That'll be something interesting if they make note of that, if they wanted to push this side, for example. Rocket attack choppers coming in this way. Should do a good job of clearing these up. Strela obviously will cause issues. They're busy firing at the T-80. Strela is in range and will engage. And will do a lot of damage if it gets a hit because they're all close to each other. Yeah, one went down straight away. They're pulling back. They're out of missiles anyway, or rockets. Only get 12. It's not a lot. It's not a lot of rockets at all. That's why the Gazelle cannons are so much better, because they have a lot more ammunition. Really good placement of that grenade launcher there. The grenade launcher is doing a really good job versus infantry still at the moment. Mainly, you know, stunning them down, causing massive cohesion drops. Tend to get some, you know, hits on and do some damage each time they fire, but it's mainly about their ability to drop that cohesion. Obviously, a little bit of pushing here from Jenkins. He has got that tank in now, but I think this is reasonably well defended, and I can imagine Berthax might bring in something else to help with that. Mortars coming in there. Again, I just don't see this getting pushed at the top still. There's just not enough there. Command tank back in here. That was the one that was up here, has been moved all the way back around, but is immediately getting set up on by those T-80s. That is going to die. Unless he can get that Chieftain Mark 11 in and get a good side shot on these tanks. Yeah, it's had to retreat. I mean, it's going for them as well. They're not stopping. He could get... Oh, the smoke's in the way now, though. Oh, Chieftain Mark 11 gets a good kill. Oh, because it's so close, its damage increases. T-80B got wrecked. Rifles with the Law 80 absolutely wreck the other T-80. That is a nasty pair of losses. There's another one coming in here, but that is not good. Losing both those heavy tanks that were up front. Now we're going to see a counter push here from these guys. Lynchy obviously has various units. He has immediately lost his tank, unfortunately, that was there, to another T-80B, but the T-80B should go down here to these rifles. Mind you, they only have the Law, but the Law should still do the job. HE Bomber coming in, finishes both those units off. Very nice strike with the HE Bomber there. I didn't even see there was another tank in there. So that's 3 tanks lost. Okay, Mark 11 was lost as well, but... You know, they're not the heaviest tanks. They're not that expensive. How much is the T-80B these days? I always have to check because I always confuse myself. Similar price. Similar price. The push is coming here from Jenkins. He's called a lot more stuff in. He's dropping mortars on the area as well. Reinforcements are on the way there. Loads of tanks on the way. Very little AA here. That HE bomber wouldn't go amiss right now to deal with this stuff. Lots of mortars firing in this corner. Just smoke. Obviously wanting to bring the command tank back in. Various bits and pieces coming in at the top there. Nothing too exciting for the very top though. Again, I just don't see there being a push there. Now, if Jenkins can't get in this point and loses these units, that's a lot of units to expend on this push. While at the moment, it's currently +2 again, 2 blue 4. Smoke is a good idea because it means you can get your units close without them being shot at. Obviously, even better if what you've got is Sappery and Pioneers and stuff like that. He does have some here, but they are already damaged. These Pioneers, however, equally damaged and stressed out. Flame tank there getting shots off at these guys. Pioneers obviously not great at range. There we go. They are now getting their bonuses. But these guys are very stressed out. Shouldn't make a difference for satchel charges. No, satchel charges still work. The Pioneers here, the same. Satchel charges should work against these guys. Yeah. Loads more coming in. I mean, he's just going to charge. He's not charging in. He's getting them all out there. I'm surprised he isn't just charging them into the town here. Gazelle rockets coming in this way. Here is a rocket attack jet. It's not actually targeting anything. Oh, it's targeting the chopper back there. Getting shot at by the cub in the middle, though. Got its kill. Will be evac'd. Good positioning down here just defensively. Quite a lot of units here as well. Putting some pressure on this side. AA jet in, going for the SU-25AT. Gets the kill. Is taken out itself, though. An eye for an eye. Jenkins has made it into the point. He did reorder some of those troops to go straight into the town. That was a really good decision. Obviously, all these Martyrs have arrived with the Panzer Grenadiers. But Flame Tanks here doing a good job at just melting stuff. And obviously the T-55's firing in from range and stuff. M48's coming in here, spreading out quite nicely, but will be susceptible to RPG fire. Lots of these guys coming in. Another flamethrower troop there. Obviously they have their bonus right now in damage, so they're going to absolutely melt everything here. I mean, at the end of the day, Jenkins is in the point. He will be able to move his command in. Leopard's being called in now. More Pioneers called in. I mean, this is going to be a very difficult one for Berthax to defend now. Once he's in the point and in the buildings, clearing him out will be a pain in the arse. Simple as that. Clearing a town is a nightmare. As you can see here, you know, this is where Red 4 have come a bit unstuck trying to completely clear this area, all of these buildings. And equally, if Blue 4 want to push into the middle here and get in this area, then that's going to be a challenge as well, to clear all of these random buildings strewn around the place. Now this is a good call. Gazelle's coming in. This could be how they clear it, but obviously MiG-29 is in. MiG-29 taking fire from the Eyehawk in the middle. The range on the Eyehawk obviously absolutely obscene. Takes that one out. Eyehawk engaging on this as well. Gets a good hit. Can it get a second good hit? No, it's reloading. Flieger Forster firing though. Flieger Forster or something else gets the kill. There was a Rapier over there as well. Not sure what got the kill, but it does go down. But look at this. Just constant bombardment now from these mortars. Choppers coming in here. Tornadoes coming in for the choppers. Really good kill. We'll come back round for another pass on the next one. Oh no, MiG-29. They engage on each other. Both will be evac'd. They have both been badly damaged. Rocket coming in. Gina rocket specifically. Tornado went down. Good kill on that chopper. Tornado goes down in the middle. Good push here from Berthags as well. Keeping the pressure on the centre there. But Jenkins is doing a good job here. I mean, he's lost a lot of his pushing force and they're badly damaged, but he's still in there. And obviously there's this frantic reinforcement call in by Berthags. Loads of... what were those? So we've got some machine gunners, we've got some M40s, the recoilless rifles. There's loads of stuff being frantically called in there to try and hold this point. And he's done it, he's held. I thought he was going to struggle more once these guys were in the buildings. HE Bomber comes in and finishes that off. Obviously, good use of air power here. Shilka is now in to try and help defend this area because that's what was missing down here. They didn't have any air defense, and it's allowed Blue 4 to bring in choppers, to bring in aircraft. And yes, they got shot at from the middle, but realistically, that's not enough to cover these points. You know, this was very unfortunate positioning on anti-air for Red 4. If they had something here, it might have put off Blue 4 bringing in all those jets. But, you know, they've managed to hold with a mix of those ground forces and the Air Force, doing a really good job. In the centre, obviously still holding here, still +2, 12 minutes to victory. 22 minutes left of this game. And at the moment, obviously Blue 4 have a lovely lead. You would not be unhappy with that. Still +1, as this is now neutralised with the smoke going down to get Jenkins' command in. But that's about to get set up on by 4 Leopard 1A1A1s. And there isn't going to be anything that can stop them. So that either runs or it's going to get shot. I think currently it's +1. Oh, the command's gone out this corner. What? The marker went down. And the command is gone. They must have killed it. I didn't even see how that died. Well, +1 currently to Red 4. Back to neutralised though now, as that runs away. Can these guys see it? Yes, they can. Yeah. Easy kill. These will now push all the way over here. They're going to kill these. And they'll probably have a chance at killing the T-55s on the way. Lots of reinforcements coming in there. T-55s pushing in this way to try and get side shots on these. T-55 coming in this way to try and shoot across. Doesn't have the range, obviously. Challenger Mark II coming in here. I think that's the first Challenger Mark II I've seen in this game. Good defensive line here. More reinforcements being called in here. There is a command tank there. I think Bulba's going to try and push the top. Command Chieftain coming in down here now. Still a good lead in points. They only have to get the command back in there to still be a nuisance. Leo 1A1A1s struggling to get a good hit on these T-55s. Side shots coming in now from these T-55s. And there's simply more now. There are more T... Oh, that's a dead T-55 though. I mean, this is a challenge now because you got T-55s coming from all sides. Leo 1A1A1's doing a good job here. 75 points versus the cost of 60 points. 7 front armor versus 7 front... They both have 7 front armor? Oh, they do. Gun range is the difference, I guess. But yeah, in terms of numbers, then they simply win. They simply win in terms of numbers. Panzerjäger here will be very effective against these Marders. Not the thing you want to go in against them. Command has managed to make it in this corner. Is smoked. Jaeger will be moving in against it along with that T-55 though. Oh! Oh! That was really unfortunate. Jaeger got a lovely line of sight through a gap in the smoke. Got another kill on that command. Still, a few more points towards the victory. Chieftain back in there again. Back to +2. 11 minutes to the victory. More units coming into the middle here. I feel like there wants to be a push here, but... Where are they going? They're empty. Just maybe on guard duty to stop anything coming around that way? Speaking of sneaking around the back, I was just thinking no one snuck anything around the back, and sure enough, here we go at the bottom. So I kind of swung over this way, looking at that one, thinking no one's gone for that. +6, 3 minutes to the victory. I mean, that's going to die in a minute, but it means that now Red 4 have to call in the command. That will be running out the way now from the Mi-8MT. I mean, that is really nicely done. Gets all the way back here, then maybe runs up that road. Obviously not enough time to get it across the Gulf, but yeah, well played. 6 minutes to the win. Tornado coming in, going for that chopper. Doesn't quite get the kill because one of the missiles missed. But very good call. Obviously, no one gone round the back from the other side either. I mean, depends, you know, what people have. Command Chopper is a lovely choice for doing it. If you're not seen, you can get round the back and just land and take off again. Obviously, choppers are susceptible to aircraft coming in to get them, though. HE bomber coming in there, gets a good hit over this way. It's just about defending that command tank, really. If they can keep it alive, they're still +2. This will be neutralized shortly, but that's still, again, +6 is a lovely advantage in points for these guys. 17 minutes left of this game. We're over the halfway mark. They are well over the halfway mark in terms of points as well. So, I mean, they should be pretty confident right now. There's going to need to be a big push from Red Fort to get through here. A big push. Back to +2. But that was a really good shout from Berthags, capping that back point. I assume this is to stop that happening up at the top. But here we go. All the smoke going down for this to be capped. Or counter-capped, I should say. It's going to be neutralized. So it'll still be +1 to these guys. Obviously, T80BV is a problem for the Milans. Gets a good hit on it, though. But they're not going to survive long enough to get another one. Challenger Mark II being redirected from the center to the top to help deal with those tanks. You're going to need some artillery or bombers to hit that if the smoke stays up. Obviously, they do have some bombers at their disposal. We've seen those HE bombers come in, and that would be enough. A couple of HE bombers on that corner would still kill that tank. Back to a good defensive position here. I don't think at the moment we're going to see any kind of push down here from Jenkins. That said, look, he's bringing in more tanks up that way. He's obviously going to try it again. Genuinely surprised by that. You'd think they'd refocus their efforts up here and just go defensive at the bottom. See if it pays off. SU-25AT coming in here, going for that Chieftain Mark 11. Chieftain smoked. SU-25 takes fire. And goes down. Still a really good push constantly going on here from these two. Jenkins and Bulba working together, keeping the pressure on this corner, but that command tank pretty secure, but it is, you know, stuff's getting closer again. Challenger coming in here. He's the HE bomber coming in, actually going for the infantry. Specifically going for the AA infantry. Maybe if they kill the AA, they think they can bring in more aircraft. It's a distinct possibility. Obviously, there is at least one rocket attack chopper here still alive. 3 heavy tanks here now. Challenger will pose a threat, but T80BV is about to mince it. That's close range. Oh, glancing blow, though. Still a lot of damage for a glancing blow. T80BVK moving up as well. Yeah, smoke goes down, I was going to say. Wait, he's rolling forward to fire again? BMP-1 here. Ooh, almost got a nice side hit on that with the missile. Chieftain Mark 11's pushing up. This is a good shout. Where is that T-80 going? The command tank's pushing up a bit far there. I hear jets in the middle. Rocket attack, but it goes down. Well done to Berthags. He has made it into the bottom of this point again and is actually pushing through the buildings now. One chieftain dead, a second chieftain dead. I mean, the tanks are nearly dead in the middle here. The Challenger is dead. The chieftain is coming in. Unfortunately, does not finish the job. HE bomber coming in is finally going for about where that is. So this could be a really good hit here. Beautiful strike. Command is down. Really good strike. Back to +2 for Blue 4. Good kill on the tank there. Again, Jenkins is making a push here. I think there's a lot defending it now, though. And I mean, obviously the M40s really help with the infantry at range. Maybe we'll see some smoke. Yeah, we're going to see smoke going down again to give them cover coming in. Leopard 185's coming in this way. Obviously, the units here managing to shoot across those tanks. Yeah, they're able to fire across and just give some fire support. And these T-55s coming in, getting wrecked. Dishing out the damage as well, but, you know, these were the pushing force, so they're not going to make it. Yeah, Jenkins has thought better of that and has pulled the units that are remaining back. Lots of mortars in the middle attacking this area now. Look at this push around the back, cutting off these forces. Really good maneuver here from Berthags. Still +2. 2 minutes 46 to the victory. 12 minutes left to the game, but I think it's over. I think they've managed to do it just by hanging on to this centre point and controlling the 2 side points for the majority of the game. MiG-23 AT coming in there, taking a lot of fire, will go down. HE bomber coming in at the top there, going for that tank at the back. Might get another nice kill here. There was a T-80 command tank being called in. Oh, gets the supply vehicle, doesn't quite finish off the T-80BV and the B-80 VVK. It's coming in, but it's going to be too late to the front line to make a difference here. Berthags has been pushed back down here, though. Good attempt. The Leo 2A3, if it was only a little bit further over this way, maybe it could do some damage to these tanks coming in. I think this is a last-minute attempt to get in this side and get the command in, just to take it down to +1. I expect we would see the same here, but obviously T-80 BVK trundling along there. It's not going to make it in time. It's just not. It's as simple as that. It's a good effort, though. Really good effort. I think they've had a hard time getting back into these side points. I think without catching one right at the start, it just allowed Blue 4 to get some good defenses up, and then it's a hell of a slog if you're the one attacking a fortified town. You know, okay, you can bomb it, you can use artillery, but that means you're expending money on bombers and artillery, which means that you then don't have the pushing force. It's a balance, and it's a difficult balance. But I think Jenkins has done a really good job, actually. As I say, I didn't think he was originally going to get in there, and he did. And then, credit to Berthags, managed to defend it with good use of aircraft. Clearing out the initial pushing force. And now, I mean, there's not enough there to push this properly. And there's the surrender from Bulba, and there's the surrender from Jenkins. Commiserations, guys. Really well played, though. Good job at pushing into those side points. Bit of a difference in kills to losses by the end, sort of to be expected. We'll have a quick look at kills and losses. I think in a game like this, Jaguar Bomber did a really good job. Obviously, there's going to be more units in play because it's multiple players. I mean, I think overall, Jaguar HE gets MVP there from what we can see. The issue is, we don't get to see every unit in the game on this screen, because we only get to see the hosts stuff at this side, so Lynchy in this case, and at the other side we get to see both, but we are obviously missing a set of units, unfortunately. But never mind. Well played, guys. Really good game. Let's hop straight into game number 2. Welcome back to game number 2 with Bulba and Fart Jenkins versus Berthags and Lynchy. So Berthags and Lynchy this time on the right again, but playing as Red 4 this time, playing as the 39th and the Bandanner Gruppierung. And over on the left, in blue, playing as the Blue 4 this time, are Bulba, playing as the 82nd Airborne, and Fart Jenkins, playing as the 8th Infantry Division. So, let's have a little looky-see. Over at this side, where are we at? So, we have Berthags over here, Razvedka heading up this way, and Razvedka, Sapri and stuff heading towards the middle point, just kind of getting into an almost defensive position at this side. And then in terms of the actual units, we're seeing defensive positioning of Conkers, Igla. We are seeing a command go straight over that way, I assume going up this road and across. Got some Sapri and things heading straight to the back here. Not very pushy this time from Berthags. Over at this side, we've got Lynchy. Looks a little bit more forward deployed. Yeah, going heavy into Echo, as we would expect, with plenty of units there. Lots of infantry. Does have one T-64 command tank, which is going to the centre. And we've got all these units pushing into the town here. Let's spin ourselves around. And here we go. So at this side we have Bulba. Now they might still have some units to be put down at this stage of the game, but we will just see what they've got down. So we've got some airborne, we've got Fireteam Dragons, again airborne, so plenty of airborne stuff. We're seeing a rush for this town. So unlike the last game, we are seeing the player at this side, which was Jenkins last time, Bulba this time is going to push hard for Echo. Loads of airborne stuff. I mean, this is all in. So basically all in Echo. So this either pays off or goes very badly. That's the only way this can go for Bulba. He either takes Echo and it goes really well, or he's going to lose a lot of units. He's also bringing in the AH-1F ATAS at the back there as well, which has the anti-air Stinger missiles. Over here we have Jenkins. Again, with some LRS. He's pushing in quite far with the LRS. He's got lots of scouts coming in. Scouts obviously being used as forward units. And those ACAVs as well. ACAVs are really good units. And here, again, we're just seeing everything being pushed in the center. Wanting to get into that town really far forward if you can. So basically everything is all in here. M60s, Cannon Panzers. Smattering of infantry of various types. Some anti-air there. It's just an Eyehawk. I said just an Eyehawk. Obviously in the middle of the map, it's going to be amazing. We got one M50 coming this way with this Tor launcher. Again, just going very defensive at this side. Berthags will soon realise that and take Foxtrot, I'm sure. And that's our setup. So basically, our first port of call is going to be to see what happens in Echo, because that's what's going to make the difference to this game. If he takes Echo without losing a lot of these units, he's going to be in a really good position. If this fails, that's a lot of wasted points at the start of the game, and it could be very costly. Now, it's not the end of the game. I've played games myself where I've lost everything nearly at the start and then managed to make a miraculous comeback. It can be done. It just really slows you down, and it also depends what your opponent does in the meantime. So let's focus on Echo right now, and let's just see where we get to here. Obviously, these are going to be arriving at similar time. Lynchy is going to arrive first. He's going to be in the points. The question is who deploys first. Lynchy's going pretty far forward. And again, no one's pre-deploying. They've seen each other now. Here we go. Deployment has happened. Lots of units here, dishing out a lot of damage. They're all clustered here. Do we see a bomber come in? It depends if you have the points, of course. But a bomber on that building obviously would be devastating right now. Airborne managed to land here. The AH-1 is coming in here. Will be devastating against these infantry and buildings because of the rocket attack. Yeah. HE bomber coming in, going straight for that building. A lucky guess, still targeting that building. Oh, he's moved all of his units forward into the next building. That was a really good shout. The bomber has missed. Very, very good shout moving those units when he did. I don't know if he knew the bomber was coming, but it was the right time to move. Bulba's advanced move has paid off here. He has the point. His command is in. Currently +1 to blue 4. In the centre. Berthag's in a good position here. Berthag's realised immediately, has moved fully into that point. We'll get into a nice defensive position. That T-64 is moving up. I imagine we'll see a command... Oh, another command being brought in for that front point. Thought we might see this one be moved up. Poor Mokrenza. All alone in this point now. Very nice from Bulba here. His big payout or big payout paid off. That was a very big investment, and it worked. He was very lucky he moved his troops when he did, or he might have lost all 4 squads of infantry. That would have been bad. Rocket attack in there at the back, just covering, but looking good. Looking very good. So now Lynchy must go into a defensive position. Now Lynchy hadn't invested quite as many points in there, but did lose a lot. So, you know, it's still a costly opening, but not too bad. Command is in here. A-10 coming for that tank. Scouts can see it. Cub's firing at the A-10. Cub gets a good hit. A-10 still managed to fire a couple of rockets, but is scared off now. That's really good. Cub almost got another hit on it there. I hope everyone is having a great Sunday today, by the way. It is absolutely sweltering where I am. It's 24, 25 degrees Celsius right now. Now, I know that in Europe it gets much hotter. Trust me, I've lived in Germany for a year and I was melting. I'm British. I'm not used to hot weather. This is very hot to me. I had to buy an air conditioning unit when I was in Germany. That's how hot I was getting there, because it was ridiculous. I almost wish I had one right now, to be honest. T55 coming in here. MI8 MTA coming in as well. It's all just recon. It's all coverage. It's all a little bit of defense. Could I see Bulba pushing this back point? Possibly, but not with the infantry. He'd need vehicles or tanks or something. So I don't imagine it's going to happen anytime soon. He is bringing in a lot of stuff there, though. LRS, he's bringing in a lot more reinforcements. Now, I don't know if that's just to think about holding it, or if he's maybe thinking he will push there at some point. It's a difficult one to call, because it's too open. You can't push infantry across there. It'd be very risky. Lots of reinforcements coming into the middle here. Quite thin on the ground in this corner for Berthags. Lynchy's bringing in stuff now as well. Good control here. Everything neutralized right now. And I'm just looking at the map. There's a huge focus of units down here. Less in the middle. Very little at the top for Blue 4. Lots coming. It's really hard to call what's going on right now. More sting. Bulba is bringing in a lot of stuff for this bottom point. I'm worried that he's expending a lot of resources on it, and they're going to get pushed out in the middle. Because if you look at what's coming in, you've got, okay, a handful of units still coming in from Jenkins. But both Red 4 players, Berthags and Lynchy, are sending everything to the centre right now. That's 2 players worth of units heading to the centre. But we've only got 1 player's worth heading there for Blue 4. That could be costly if there's no intention to push here. I'll have to see how it plays out, but yeah, it's a bit of... I worry sometimes, and I do this myself, is you get a bit of tunnel vision. You're focused on one point, and you kind of forget what's going on elsewhere. I don't believe for a minute that Bulba would forget what's going on elsewhere, though. So I'm hoping there is a plan in the back of his head. But it's, you know, you'll have seen from my live streams, quite often I end up 1 player against 2 or against 3 in some situations. And when you're like that, it's hard to hold and defend. Yes, you might get a lot of kills defending still, but, you know, you will eventually get overwhelmed by players who are capable of managing their units. Pioneers coming in there as well. Loads of reinforcements heading to the middle. There's a lot of defense in here. I mean, look at all those units. I mean, it's a fantastic defensive wall. AH-1F's being repositioned to the center now. Marker's gone down on that command tank. There's a command over here as well, though. A couple of units being moved into position up here, maybe to get a look at what's going on there. Something was destroyed here. I'm not even sure what it was. Some kind of vehicle. HE bomber coming in here. Going to clear out that building. Nice strike. Gets the kill. Dodges the fire. He's going to go over this area, though. We'll get fired at by the Stingers. Oh, that was very lucky. The Eyehawk got a shot off it as it turned. Phantom AA coming in. It's going to get hit. 1 hit by Estrella. Oh. I thought the cupboard got off another shot there, but it didn't. Lucky Phantom. Loads more reinforcements coming into the middle here. And you'll notice that sort of pegged back into this corner. Obviously, the command tank there is an issue. Lots of airborne dropped off. Would like to go for that command tank, I'm sure. We are now seeing, though, that Bulba is bringing in forces to the centre once again, including a nice big heavy Abrams there. That'll cause issues for that command tank. There is an Abrams up here too. Cobra in there, taking fire from the Strela. Very lucky Cobra. Does go down, though. Still very neutralised at the moment, but groups of tanks pushing up here. BMP-3 as well, and a bunch of T-62s. Obviously pretty good at close range against other tanks. They still have the kinetic damage. T-55's coming in. A-10 Thunderbolt. Anti-tank coming in to try and deal with these things. Laser Guided Bomber coming in as well. Nice hit on the T-55. Doesn't get the kill, however, and gets shot down. Thunderbolt coming in. Oh. A-10 got smashed there. You don't often expect the A-10s to go down. It's a bit like the Su-25s. You expect them just to take a couple of hits and then sail out on 1 health. Well, that didn't half get smacked hard there. T-62's on the move again. Abrams coming in to try and deal with them. I was going to say it's going to get... Oh, it's still going in. This is risky business if they get line of sight on it, because they are at close range. So their damage is increased. Now, don't get me wrong, the Abrams will one-hit kill them probably, but... Of course, they have to actually get a hit and not just miss it. Another good strike with the HE bomber there. Command tank's being moved back. More LRS coming in for the centre there. Well, kind of to watch out across the river, I guess. I mean, looking at it, there's a lot more red in the middle, yeah? There's a lot bigger concentration of red. There's a load of infantry in here just now. A-10 rocket attack takes a hit there. A little bit of a push here from those scouts. Fortunately, they are meeting the grenade launchers and are killed. Akav is moving up as well. There are some conkers there, though, to deal with them. Another couple of Strelas coming in there and a T-80BV. Another T-80B arriving already here. I was about to say what happened to that M1IP, but it's here and it's damaged. Turret is damaged for another 2 seconds. I mean, there's a really good push by Red 4 here. That's, you know, the grasp on this point for Blue 4 is lower and lower every time we go back to it. Little bird spam with miniguns and Hydra rockets. Interesting choice. There's a fair amount of Strelas in there. Where are they going? They're literally just coming in here. They're obviously hunting that command tank, but... How much do they cost now? 55 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a big expense, isn't it? Heading towards 300 points. I don't think they're doing 300 points worth of damage. They didn't even manage to kill the Strela. Did kill the jet that came in for them, though. Cub finishes the job. They got some kills on some infantry, but this is where the big skirmish is happening. And simply put, Red 4 are winning this little skirmish here. Lots of ACAVs and stuff here firing. Look at all the damage in there. Everything there got melted by those ACAVs. Cobra's helping a lot at the back there as well. Blue 4 regaining a bit of ground there. I thought they were getting pushed pretty hard, but they managed to regain a bit of ground. There is quite a tank wall building up at this side, though. Yeah, just lots and lots of supportify going on all this infantry. It's doing a really good job. There's no denying that. Could Blue 4 be turning it around here? It's hard to say. My concern is the tanks. Because right now, with tanks being as strong as they are, I feel like a good tank wall could push through here still. I mean, there's mortars coming in here, there, and everywhere. Shots going out here, there, and everywhere. This is a proper fight in the middle. Both sides have lost a lot of infantry. ML1P moving back in. I think that was the one that was damaged. Has been repaired. Abrams there, badly damaged, moving back out. Here's the counter push from Berthags at the top. This will be interesting. This will be interesting. Another T80 BV on the way. This might be the make or break push for Blue 4. If they can stop this, then Berthags is going to lose a lot of tanks. Lynchy's moving in with a lot of tanks as well, though. Only T55s, but still every little bit helps. Another T80 BV, but it's moving across that way, but is able to provide fire support. This is a good push. This is a good push. Look at that wall of tanks. Who needs infantry? He does have a couple of squads of infantry. A little bit of a push here from Bulba at this side. More infantry coming in. But that command is under threat. Interesting. All the tanks are being pulled back. The infantry have made it through, though. Supply chopper taking fire. These guys have been landed. Oh, Apache gets hit. I thought it had been landed there. They're not. They're still in the air. Strela's reloading. T-55 still pushing. Fireteam Dragon run all the way across the bridge there. Sheridan's coming in at this side to fire across. I guess hoping to use their missile. It's not a very good missile. Everything on the move here again. They're hunting for that command vehicle. This could be game here. 23 minutes left. But this could be game. As I said, that push could have been make or break for Blue 4. And though they've pushed in here, they don't have a command down there, and all these tanks can cut off the reinforcements. Command is dead. Now becomes +2 to Red 4. They will make up that 100-point advantage pretty quickly. T80B pushing in towards the middle again. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in here now. It's looking very red. And Blue 4 is now completely surrounded in the middle. They have no reinforcements. And the supply lines are cut. Marker gone down there on that building. Berthag's marking his own building, weirdly. Bomber came in there, took some fire. The jet went down. And they're just pushing quite hard here. I think we could see a command vehicle going straight into the back point. They'll be careful though, because the Cobra's still there. M1A1 gets a kill. Lots of missiles going out against it though. Good hits. It's badly damaged. M1IP Abrams coming here, taking fire from the T-62. Cobra continuing to be a nuisance. Nice kill from the M1IP. Surely this is going to be difficult to recover from. Loads of stuff being charged. Oh, it's all those Sheridans being charged across the middle. And a command infantry. Apache taking lots of fire from the Beerusas there. The MP3's doing some damage, perhaps. No, both killed. All the Sheridans got immediately annihilated, unsurprisingly. T-80B there. Airborne being called in here with Humvees. Apache rocket coming in there. We'll take a lot of fire from everything. Yeah. There's no way Apache's getting in the middle there. Helicopters not going to be safe. A-10 rocket coming in here. Not sure what it plans to target. $20 left. It's going to take a while to build up enough forces to push back into this point. Reinforcements still coming in for the other guys. Bringing in more T-80s and stuff. T-62s will all be heading to the front. One would assume. Yeah. Attack beacons going down there. By Lynchy. And there's the surrender. Commiserations, guys. That was a hard-fought battle in the middle. But that tank wall just seemed to make a difference towards the end. Good set of games. Obviously a little bit different when it's 2v2 and you've got so many more units in play. We'll have a look at the kills and losses again, but unfortunately we still are missing some units, so we don't get a proper view of... AH-1F did a good job. I think we give the AH-1F MVP there from the units we can see. But thanks for watching, everyone. Please do like, share, subscribe. Congratulations again to the victors, Berthags and Lynchy. Commiserations to Bulba and Mr. Jenkins. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all soon.